Good morning, students. I welcome you all in the science class. I hope you all are doing well at your home. Today, in lesson number 8, water scarcity and conservation of water. In this chapter, we will discuss conservation of water on large scale. बच्चे, as we know, water is one of the most important substance required to live on earth. Our mother earth will not exist without water. Water is used in day-to-day life for many purposes other than drinking. Without water, we human beings will die. Water is required for all living things in the world. Water is one of the most important substances that are needed for plants and animals also. We cannot lead our day-to-day life without water. That is why water is very important. So we should conserve water. Even बच्चे we are using water in our day-to-day life purposes like bathing, cooking, cleaning and washing, even so on. But we cannot imagine a life without water. Other than drinking and household purposes, water is important for existence of our world. So, we need to take initiatives to save water, whether there is scarcity or not. So, now we will start ways to conserve water on a large scale. Number one is over irrigation of fields should be checked. But irrigation means watering the plants. Okay, and if excess of water in soil leads to waterlogging, means वहाँ पानी इकट्ठा हो जाता है, and sometimes it inhibits the process of germination. Plants grow नहीं कर पाते. If more and more water is standing near the plant, then what will happen? Plant will not grow. The plant will not germinate even. So we should check over irrigation of the fields. Next is water sprinkler should be used for irrigation. Sprinkler should be used by farmers to avoid wastage of water. It is very important method, one of the most efficient method for delivering water to crops. In water sprinkler, in the first picture, you can see that water sprinkler is manual and another is automatic. In the first picture, you can see water sprinkler is manual sprinkler used by man to water the plants. And in the next picture, you can see it is a automatic sprinkler. Okay. Now these two sprinkler used to save water used for irrigation. So farmers must use these sprinklers to avoid wastage of water. As we know, sprinkler is one of the most efficient method for delivering water to the crops to reduce its wastage. Next is proper management of water resource should be promoted to help conservation of water. Betty, now rainwater, rain and snow, these are the two main natural sources of water and that should be saved. How we can save? With the help of dam. You know what is dam? Dam is a large man-made structure built to contain some body of water. So dams should be constructed to check floods so that water could be conserved. We can save water. Dams helps to preserve large quantity of water. And it is very important to plan the size, location and use of dams. Which is very important that we even dams help us to produce hydroelectricity. Hydroelectricity means the electricity which is generated by using water with the help of dams. So we should build dam, construct dam to conserve water on a large scale. And very important while planning to see the size, location and how we can use dam water. Now next is rainwater harvesting. Which is, first of all, you should know what is rainwater harvesting. It is collection of rainwater for future use or for recharging groundwater is called rainwater harvesting. Rainwater harvesting means when we collect rainwater so that we can use in our future. And even rainwater harvesting help in recharging the ground. Because we all need to do rain harvesting as possible as we can. In cities, even we have seen rainwater flows directly into the drains. We can say rainwater, we can save rainwater in two ways. In our houses also, underground tank and overhead tank. I will show you the picture. Same picture is given in your book also. You can see the cursor. It is overhead tank and it is underground tank. Underground means which is under the ground and overhead which is over the house. Now rainwater should be collected in large underground tanks where it slips slowly into the ground. If we will store water in underground tank, then what will happen? Slowly it will seep slowly into the ground and it helps in recharging the groundwater, helps in increasing the level of underground water. Rainwater may also be collected in overhead tanks and we can use this water in our daily life. We can use it for cleaning, wiping and watering the plants. So we should take some steps to help in harvesting of rainwater. We can even do it in every home, every school, offices and even in factories also. So rainwater is harvesting is very important. Now I will show you one video how to rainwater harvesting can be done.
I am so happy that I am visiting my grandparents' home tomorrow. I love going to their home, especially during the rainy season. What is so special about their home during the rains, Tia? My grandparents' home is specially designed to harvest rainwater. What is that, Tia? How do you harvest rainwater?
Bache, in this video we have seen that rain harvesting is done only when rain will come. So let's continue.
Rainwater harvesting is a way of collecting and storing rainwater so that it can be used later. Let us understand how. Rainwater falls on the terraces of houses. From the terrace, the rainwater flows into rainwater pipes that are connected to the terrace. The rainwater pipes are connected to a filter chamber where the water is filtered. The filtered water then flows into the underground tank where the water is stored and can be used later.
Now we will continue with this video that how we can use this underground water. What are the advantages of this underground tank?
So, Pasha, now you know how rainwater is harvested. My grandparents use the water in the tank for washing and cleaning purposes and for watering plants. They say that after filtering, it can even be used for drinking. Isn't this a clever way of using rainwater for a long time after it has stopped raining? Yes, Jia. Rainwater harvesting is a very good way of storing water. Everyone should harvest rainwater.
Now let's see a small summary on rainwater harvesting.
Here is what we learned about rainwater harvesting.
In this video, you have seen about rainwater harvesting. Students, in this video, you have seen how we can conserve water on large scale. Number one, how you can save water by using sprinkler, and next we have seen by building dams and using rainwater harvesting. Now we know that the water is very essential for our life. For that we should conserve water. We must take care to conserve water and preserve it for the future. All of us need to realize that every drop of water is important for sustaining life on earth. All of us must therefore take a pledge to do our bit to save every drop of water. So everyone must conserve water at home also.